Hey there, Angel of Galaxite, back with some more channeled messages. I do hope you're all doing well. Thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. I am blessed. Thank you to new and old. Also for all those who keep coming back. Honestly, fills my heart with joy. Thank you. So how can you support my little channel? If you're interested in doing that, would be to like, subscribe. Liking and subscribing is what YouTube loves. Also sharing, commenting and hitting that notification button so you know when I've got new content out. Thank you very much. Alright, so remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go directly to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. Could be their love lost one or a situation around you or them. You just may be this heavenly post person delivering communication to go to where it needs to go. If I say male or female, remember we have both aspects of the divine, feminine and masculine. Excuse me a bit, I'm a bit tired, but I'm getting there. Alright, this is my third one today that I'm filming, so okay. Where are we? Remember, souls piggyback on one particular message, so if there's a little bit in that message that makes sense, the whole message may make sense, but the names or dates may not. That does not mean to say that it's not for you. There'll be souls that your loved ones coming in to piggyback and just give their little a little nudge that they're still there and they love you. Okay. All right, straight up, I've got a lady called May. Okay. She's telling me she's reluctant to leave, but her suffering was not meaningless. It was difficult, yes, but it was full of rich purpose and understanding. So very much more than when I reached the other side of the veil. You know, this fostered such spiritual growth. So she's understanding so much more now. Well, you would. So here this lady sent a stray cat to you. This is so you wouldn't be alone. She's saying you shooed it away a few times, but slowly it's won over your heart, and she's glad. Just a little gift from me. June seems to come to mind with this message, and I'm getting Aries and Virgo, so it may be relevant. If you don't, if you're not those star signs, or she wasn't, then you know there could be the dates. March the 21st to April the 19th could be important, or being important. Or you could embody those characteristics and traits of Aries or the Virgo signs. Fire and earth signs, aren't they? Okay. Oh, she's labouring my breathing. That tells her that should be another clue for you. This is just a quick one, I'm being told. All right. So I've got F and G, H and W, M and G, A and B, K and L, T and S, G and P. Okay. You can take that away now. Okay. So I'm going to go into my signs and synchronicities. For all who do not know, I see signs and synchronicities, and this is the way that Spirit will bring messages through for you guys. Okay. They will highlight something on my walk. I will just be really drawn to something, and there's a meaning in that. So okay. So my first sign I received while on my morning stroll was a triangle warning sign on the road. You know, like that digging man sign. I'm not very good with all that. So this loved one may have had a job which involved manual work, I'm thinking. Could be roads, but it might not be. Could be did a bit of digging or something. Next to that, there was another sign which stated narrow roads. Peering up, there was a parked works vehicle with compliance on it. This was written across it, so Also a little later on I noticed a red and white box outside a property, and yet again the word compliance. It said compliance means safety, so these are all little clues. Not long before I reached home I was drawn to a thin caution tape which had an area locked off. So what does all this mean, and who is sending this message? So I have the name Joe with this, but he's telling me he crossed some time ago. I'm told that the family still are no wiser to what occurred on that particular day, all those years ago. So maybe there was something about him not complying with the rules, or that's what they thought. So it was made out that he wasn't taking responsibility the way he should have. Going back to the narrow sign, I'm told the company he worked for had a narrow view. They focused solely on their own beliefs or ideas regarding alternative viewpoints. All right. Such a limited perspective. Ignoring important issues, some of them anyway, and also disregarding the opinions of my family and co-workers. Just a huge disappointment for you all, and he's sorry and knows it wasn't ideal. Okay. So I'm going back, I've been taken back to this triangle digging sign. And it's kind of like meaning he knows you tried your best. You were digging deep, so to speak. But he's also aware you were not feeling strong enough due to health issues of your own and a little bit of mental health, of course, after all that's happened. And that didn't help anything. So he's wanting me to remember the last sign, which was red petals all over the pavement. You know, when I saw them on the pavement, the wind had blown them off because we had very high winds. My first thought was this looked like a romantic gesture that someone would have done for a partner or a wife. So it seems like he wants to send this special memory of better times. I see this table and it's set so beautifully. And a bottle of champagne or some type of alcoholic drink anyway. Could be wine. So this may be some important time in your life. He's telling me to tell you to open up your heart, because he wants to help you break this block, that impenetrable wall around your heart and emotions. He's telling me you only let the children in, and he knows you don't trust people and are afraid to do so at times. I know you love me as deeply as you did all those years ago. And I want you to know I love you and care for you too. This image of him taking your hands in his and you're holding them until you get up and walk into another room. He wants so much more. For you to strive for something more. the past is the past, and I'm well and thriving on the other side. So find some time for peace. Darling, do it for me. I feel one of your grandchildren may have hyperactivity, and I'm hearing the other one is bright as a button. I've got the names Robert, Max, Andrew, Carol, Pat, Tricia, Anthea, Seth, Bill, Zane. I've got STU, don't know what that's about. April, August come to mind. 25, 67, 22, 89. Now these could be door numbers, they could be dates, ages. Take them as they resonate. And Monday is coming up, seems very important to this message. Again, these names could be people in the environment, people watching, people on the other side that we may not even know, you know. You might have to do a bit of digging for that. Ask people, family members. Alright, thank you for that. Right, next. So, so the next sign was a... okay, they want me to do another sign. The leopard skin scarf hanging on a railing. And then there was a low vehicle with a flat back, you know, like a truck that maybe would have had like a scaffolding sort of thing, you know, you could get up high. I don't know what they're called. You know, that piece that could be raised. But that piece that could be raised on the back had a giraffe print. So again, a reference to animals, you know, the leopard skin scarf. Funny really, as I haven't seen anything like that before, so it's definitely attached to this message. Normally they're just plain coloured, aren't they? And poking out of a recycle box a little later on was a bag which said gorillas. So your loved one may have donated to wildlife charities, or just loved wild animals, or the programs that you would watch, you know. And then my last sign was a Hessian bag with "How will we live together" written on it. So just like a zebra finds it hard to be around a lion for obvious reasons, I'm told you feel the same way about your mother. So I'm hearing overbearing, always right, doesn't listen to you, rude, and talks over you. Well, your grandmother is saying she understands and sympathises with you, but at the moment it is hard for you to live alone, as it's way too expensive. But if it's that bad, try a house share, as this could be the answer to your prayers. Then you just may be able to get along better with Mum, where there's a little distance between you both. She's saying, I know she roars like a lion, tramples on things like an elephant, and is noisy as a giraffe. But you know, she sees from a higher perspective, so misses nothing. But she, your mum, she's your mum, so hopefully she'll miss you that much and be more thoughtful if you decide to move back, and then things may change for the better. Oh, that's a nice message. I've got Scarlet with that. S and F, P and P, initials, E and D, F and S, P and S, D and P, F and D, P and S. I've also got the name Jenny, E and P. The number 2 is very relevant to this, Elizabeth. And I'm here in September. Okay. November with that one. Thank you very much. So our angel number today is 505. Now that you've put God, source energy and spirituality at the center of your life, everything will change for you. Trust and know that these changes are answers to your prayers and that God is protecting and supporting you. And the healing words from the angels are 111. At every moment there is a person or situation who could benefit from your application of divine light, love and wisdom. Right, so I want to talk a little bit about the blame game. When a loved one passes at a time or under circumstances that seem unnatural, self-inflicted, or too soon, one of the first reactions we may have is to blame ourselves. We think, if only I had said this or done that, this would have not happened. Well, this is not true. Every soul has a journey and lessons to learn. No one can live another's life for him or for her. And at the time you made a perfect choice. Do not be hard on yourself. You did the best you could have. Okay, so I've got a poem. When great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder, lions hunker down in tall grasses, and even elephants lumber after safety. When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear. When great souls die, the air around us becomes light, rare, sterile. We breathe briefly, our eyes briefly see with a hurtful clarity. Our memory suddenly sharpened, examines, gnaws on kind words, unsaid promised walks, never taken. Great souls die, and our reality, bound to them, takes leave of us. Our souls, dependent upon their nurture, now shrink, wizened. Our minds, formed and informed by their radiance, fall away. We are not so much maddened as reduced to unutterable ignorance of dark, cold caves. And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms, slowly and always, irregularly. Spaces fill with a kind of soothing electric vibrations. Our senses, restored, never to be the same, whisper to us they existed. We can be and be better, for they existed. Alright. So my next message is for someone called Katie. So I'm being told that you feel flummoxed as your loved one passed without any warning, and someone else who is not related to you experienced your mother's visualization in a dream state. Often spirit do not usually appear just for the sake of it. They appear to someone that is not in the family. Just think about appearing to close family members and friends may look like you'd created the visit out of your own emotional need. So that's something to think about. Spirit will tend to tie up their unfinished business, and if they can help people they have left behind, then it is a bonus. So I'm feeling very strongly that this loved one will use a common sign of scent. If this has not happened yet, it may within several months following the transitioning. You will become aware of a faint smell of familiar perfume, and this will be associated with your departed loved one. It will usually be unexpected. You may smell smoke too. These scents and odours will be a way your loved one lets you know they are nearby. This loved one saying, please don't feel offended that I didn't visit you as the conditions to do so were not correct. You were understandably in a place of shock and disbelief, among other very powerful emotions. You know, when you think even your sleep is disturbed and you're having problems going off and getting back to sleep, I'm told. It's a roller coaster of emotions, many downs and not many ups. But you will get through this and move beyond to heal, so hang on in there. In time, with your permission, you could ask me to give you a sign of your choice. To make the sign easy, I'm not up to opening doors or moving objects just yet. In another area of your life, I feel you're finding that great ideas haven't gone the way you wanted. Perhaps you feel the path you're on seems to be leading nowhere. And what you've envisioned does not look clear anymore. Look, try not to panic. Take some time to listen to your inner voice, and it may help you start afresh. Give yourself the time and love you need to heal. Your wounds are fresh, but remember, time is a healer, and your mother is fine and adjusting to new surroundings just fine. So I'm hearing Aquarius, Leo. It could be star signs, or the time of these, which would be 21st of Jan to 18th of Feb, and 23rd of July, and 20th to 23rd of August. For some reason I'm hearing bee's knees, so take it as it resonates. This lady definitely made an impression wherever she went and wasn't afraid to go for what she wanted. I've got the name Lauren too. I wouldn't say this lady wasn't tall. She had a lot to say and would be heard when she said it. She liked to socialise and got on with others and made friends easily. Maybe in small leadership roles when she, work-wise as well, because she was quite good at that. Okay, thank you. Alright, just trying to think how long I've got left, I'm not sure, let's see. Alright. No, I might not get through these, so I'll have a try, okay. First up we've got the Youth of Swords. Now what do we think of when we think of that? The Youth of Staffs it would be called. Well, I'm getting whoever this is on the other side, there's a lot of energy coming in. Oh wow, yeah. Because this person, this youth, was very passionate. Now this is a general read, so it could be male or female, it's up to you, yeah. But adventurous, because you can see this person setting out to do something and putting everything into it, A very loving child, I would say as well, when I say child, youth, but yeah, just lots of, loved a challenge as well, I would say. Great with words, as swords people are. Could be Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, doesn't have to be, but yeah. Could have been an over-analyzer as well, Yeah, I don't know, there was quite a lot of suffering as well. I think this person definitely had something that hadn't been picked up but was there from birth. Trigger warning, okay. Gosh, bless. Just trying to get more information. Lots of energy. Maybe it's a little bit unpredictable as well, you know, but fun-loving for sure. Wherever this young one went, there might have been chaos at times. Oh dear. Okay. All right. So what card have we got next? Judgment. All right. I think somebody's been really, really tough on themselves regarding this young one's passing. As we always do. I should have said this, I should have done this. Maybe I just didn't try hard enough. Maybe I should have been there on that night. Maybe I should have been at the hospital at this time. I can see lots and lots of scenarios coming forth because this is general, but I don't know, this young one's saying stop, you know, stop, it doesn't matter. Now this could be a bit controversial, but because there is a dagger here, this loved one could have also, or somebody watching could have someone who lost their life to knife crime, okay? But everything is fine on the other side, you know. Whoever this is really, really misses you, as you do them. I feel I'm going bone chilling the cold war. Okay, now look. We have, what did I say? That this child was blossoming and doing well. So can you see that? Maybe not. Let me just move that back. Blossoming and doing well on the other side, so that's good. And what I like here is a lot of this lilac-y purple colour, you know. What I like about purple is it means, for me, a lot of spirituality, you know. There's a lot of intuition and power with these colours as well. So I feel that this young one's still linked with whoever I'm talking to. So you're just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. Yeah, so this loved one is encouraging you, or she's encouraging you just to get on with it, you know. As they are blossoming on the other side, they want you to blossom on this side of the veil. Don't give up. You know, things are going to start to unfold here, and you're going to be standing more in your power. Once you've come to terms with the fact that this person has passed, but they're still alive, very much alive, and there's a lot of love coming from this individual. Now, let's have a look. Okay, so this loved one may have had, sounds bad, doesn't it? A bigger nose. Doesn't mean have to be big, but you know, could be very cheeky, and may have had, now it's general, so may have had darker skin. Okay, so I can see a group of 3 people on that. But what this young one wants to say is there was something about when they were born, there was something wrong that would have taken this child, a little youth, anyhow, a few years later. But I think you may have known that. I'm not sure though. But what they want you to know is, okay, positive changes are on the way. The angels are signalling to let you know that new promising opportunities are coming. So this is why you're going to be blossoming. Yes, it's so difficult. No one's taking away when you lose somebody how that feels and how that affects your life. Gosh, it must be terrible, you know. You know, because when I see fives, to me they always mean raw